back and forth to work or back and forth to school. So I strongly support this amendment, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
The clerk will
Madam
take
Speaker?
the call.
Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker.
Wow, unbelievable.
Madam Speaker, to explain my vote.
Aye.
Madam
This on
Speaker,
the
to explain
amendment?
my vote.
Explain your
So
vote.
this is a vote on the amendment. So if you favor the amendment from our colleague from Washington County, you would vote green. If you oppose the amendment from our colleague from Washington County, you would be voting red. Madam Speaker.
I'm so used to doing green.
Let me speak, John.
Gentleman from Caroline.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I wish I would have had the opportunity to speak before we called the vote. We could do this. We could do this as a deficiency appropriation. We have billions more dollars coming next year from the federal government. What we could do is spend this money now. Obviously, it'll be a hit to the Transportation Trust Fund. We can backfill it next year, with money that's going to be coming from the federal government. Now, it could have some implications as far as
Gentlemen, you're
how it's
explaining
back,
your
but
vote? You're explaining your vote?
I'm explaining my vote. Thank you, Madam
Okay,
Speaker.
thank you.
And I wish I could have had this before we could have taken the vote.
Okay.
This is
Clerk
something we
will
could-
take the
Can I
call.
explain my vote?
The amendment fails.
We're not explaining the votes now, Madam Speaker?
Madam Speaker, we were
I stood up,
standing.
but-
There were
wow,
two people
we-
standing right here. I don't understand why you didn't acknowledge us to explain our vote. That's not right. That's not fair. You saw us. We were both standing.
I understand, but it's my call, okay? My call.
Well, that's not your call to ignore the people who are
Okay,
standing.
what's the next bill? SB 215 is on third reading, and clerk will take the call.
Madam Speaker.
Call the roll, rather. Has everyone recorded their vote? Does anyone care to change their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. There being 106 votes in the affirmative, Senate Bill 215, having received the constitutional majority, is declared passed. Clerk,
Madam Speaker, point of order.
the gentleman from Frederick.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My question is just that when someone's standing, and this I guess is for the parliamentarian, shouldn't they be acknowledged when they want to explain their vote? Isn't that part of the rules that we should be acknowledged and not just ignored? I thought that was the rules. I've been here for 12 years.
Wasn't ignoring you. I'm just trying to move the process along. So.
Well, but that's
But it's over with now, okay? So if you wanted just to be on the floor to say all this, go ahead. What
I
you
guess
have to
yes.
say.
I'd like to call the parliamentarian and ask if we should have been called on, because I don't want this to happen. We're running up against sign and die. We're here for several more bills and more votes. I want to make sure that people want to explain their vote, that they can have that opportunity.
Parliamentarian?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. As I have mentioned on the floor before, and thank you, Delegate, for the question, the Speaker does control the floor and gets to make the calls. I think that Madam Speaker is trying to move us along efficiently. I think that we can and should try to ensure that the minority party is able to fully debate and explain their votes. However, Madam Speaker gets to make those calls and move us along.
So what ruling is that? What page is that? Is there a page number for that?
The explanation of vote is Rule 94, and you'll notice that it says may.
Thank you.
Madam Speaker,
SB 2,
just-
minority leader.
just briefly, I apologize. All I want to suggest is, I would hope you do have the discretion to do that. I know you. I think everyone here knows you to be a fair individual who is dedicated to this institution. And I would hope that we would not abuse that, any of us as members would not abuse the right to do that in terms of explaining our votes or making comments. But I would hope that you would, in the future, take a hard look at that in your discretion and give people an opportunity to voice themselves on the bill. I appreciate it, Madam Speaker.
I'm not going to say anything.